Hi guys, just a quick video. It's filter cleaning day today, so just do a few bits and pieces. D-nets we put on to protect things getting into the fish, birds, etc., and for the fish from jumping up, which is made from 1.5 inch waste pipe, glued and then just netted 3 different sections, just for easy to take off. Clip down. Tried to get some black clips, couldn't find any, so not do for the time being. A few cutouts, just put some plants in. Just feeding ring underneath. A bit under the back cut out as well, which is so I can get access to the skimmer. Back of shower's working well. Run your own business, still growing. Come back to you in a minute. You've all seen filters before, just a multi-bay filter, couple of lids on, it's all insulated, back shower there. The lid's off, you can see inside, moving bed, up return bay, moving bed, 2 bays of jack matting, brushes, and then the inlet and the bottom drain. This is all going to be ripped out in the next month or two. Just purchased a Nexus 220 from Daz at Skegnesspondsupplies. I'll put a link below. So this will all change. I'm going to go ahead and clean the filters. Filters are not too bad. It's been done a few days ago, so just waste build up. Brushes are catching quite a lot. As you can see, they gets cleaner. Brought it in now. It's cleaner. Media's nicely matured, flowing through. As it gets through here, this is quite clear. Not too bad. A bit of froth, but let's go ahead and clean it. I've just cleaned half the brushes. Just keep this first bay full of water so that I can rinse them in and spray it off. Just use normal tap water for this because the water doesn't go back in the pond, so I'm not worried too much about anything that's in the water, chlorine, chlorines, etc. I'll go ahead and finish the rest now. So while I'm cleaning the filters out, the back of the shower's still running, plenty of oxygen going in, fish are okay. Tinge of green, tinge of yellow from the pond. The pond's clear, but it's got some sort of tinge on it, I'm not sure what it is. Installed a pressure filter onto the skimmer line earlier this week. Seems to be running through quite happily. As you can see, so that's the first 2 bays done. Third bay as well. Give it a rinse. Those 2 are joined via the same drain, so the water's all gone out. You can see on the side snails and snail eggs. I like to keep snails in the pond. They help to keep the pond clean. They're in all 6 bays. Not sure they're in the pond. I think they're also in the back of the shower as well. So maybe some in there somewhere. I'm just purging the bottom drain, let the water run through, and then go straight to waste. I do that once or twice, and then I clear the bottom drain out. So that goes to bottom drain purging and goes straight to waste. 4 waste pipes down there between the six bays. That comes around, comes down the drain. Purge the bottom drain quite easily. Okay, so now just filling back up. Eventually go through 1 bay, 2 bay, 3 bay, and fill back up to there, and then it'll be full up. Run the water through a via 3-stage filter. I'll also put some liquid dechlorinator in, which I make from sodium thiosulfate. Cheap to buy, mix it up, lasts a long time. This is my little koi shed. A little bit in the opposite word. My bits and pieces in, measuring bowls, spawn nets, hand nets, other nets, other bits and pieces. Food bowl, food bucket I should say. Food on the floor, some shogun, fry net, a few bits and pieces, and my sodium sulfate. Also, I'm waiting for the water to fill up. I shall add one of these vials of Balding Reefer Premium into the moving bed, and let that run for a little while, and then it'll go back to the pond. Okay, so the Balding Premium is in. It's been sitting there for 5 minutes. I've just put the air back on just to get it moving around before we start pumping the water back to the pond. It takes about 20 minutes, half an hour to fill up, about 3-4 litres a minute coming in. I don't empty those 3 bays every time. They're on different drains on the filter bay, so I probably do those once every 6 weeks. I tend to do these 3 bays once a week at least, if not twice a week, depending on how dirty they are. Got 12 brushes in there, got jet matting top to bottom in there, and in that one. This one I normally use as mechanical, and this one I normally put filter start in that as well, once a month, so plenty of bacteria, plus the backy shower, keeps everything clean and tidy. Come back to you when it's filled up. Our oldest fish swimming up there. She's at least 30 years old, probably 35 years old. She's about 60 cm. Some smaller fish in there as well, like 4 or 5 inch Hyopteris we've purchased from the recent koi show in Maidstone. Various fish in various ages. Some are just under a year old to, as I say, Belle over 35 years old, and everything in between. She's not the biggest. The biggest one's over the back. As you can see, she's quite large. This is one we call Daisy. She's quite friendly. Goes up for some food. Almost fills the entire window. Right, so it's a few weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. Arigoki Chugoi. Got from Dez's koi farm. And a few others. Anyway, the filters are gradually filling up. Not very much longer. I'll come back to you when it's filled up. While waiting for the filters to finish filling up, finish the cover for the backy shower on the fry tank. All covered up now. Just needs staining as it matches the surround of the top of the fry tank. Still 2 goldfish in there. Still waiting for fry to turn up. But they seem quite happy in there at the moment. Parameters are all okay, we're spot on. Just a quick update. There's also a little achiever in there somewhere. Same sort of size as the Hyatt Surrey. He's hiding at the moment. Not sure where he's gone. Almost there. Just like to keep it a mark on the inlet. Just like to keep it about there or just above, which tends to cover the outlet pipe up as well. And that can run and fill up at the same time. So, another 15-20 minutes and I can put the covers back on. Okay, so the water's now filled up in the filter, tops up the pond, just above the line. So that's done for another 3 or 4 days, a week, depending on how dirty it gets, how much food they eat, etc. I'll put the covers back on now, and that'll be done. And the covers are back on. So that's all done for another week. As I say, hopefully in the next 4 to 6 weeks, Nexus 220 will be replacing the filters, make cleaning and filtration a lot better. So until then, thanks for watching. Just a quick shout out to Jack, the Balding Reefer, and his family, April and the 3 boys. They had a devastating fire at their house 2 weeks ago. There is a GoFundMe page to help them rebuild. The insurance only covers so much. The landlord insurance only covers the building. Contents insurance doesn't cover smoke, damage, or anything else that was in the garden extra to what they're putting themselves. So I'll put a link in the description below. If you can donate anything, £5, £2, whatever you've got, whatever you can afford, it'll all help to help Jack and his family rebuild. Hopefully Jack will be back online with usual content in the next few weeks, but obviously family and house comes first. So all the best, Jack, April and 3 boys. See you soon.